Hello and welcome to the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championships. This is the final event of the year. It is classified as an A tier because of some rules, and we also have U.S. Women's as our final major. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two Huckies.
Honk.
Yeah, XA tier. The ratings don't count. The rules are crazy. It's hard to qualify for this tournament. 40 women across the year, only 2 spots per tournament. It is hard to get in this one, and it does have the feel of a major.
Yeah, it's a very prestigious and long history course. Par 69, it's a long course, OB ropes everywhere, but some nice wooded holes as well. The layout is mostly similar to 2022. I don't really think there's any major changes even worth discussing. Last year, I believe our hot round was a 10 down in 2022. Thanks to UDISC for all the stats we'll be using today. It's definitely wild out there with such a small field with not necessarily all the players that we see at the Pro Tour events.
Kristin Tattar, freshly off the first major sweep we've ever seen from an FPO player, birdieing 39% of the holes this season. Oh my gosh, his first there. Also other impressive stats, but wow.
Missy Gannon, she's 3rd place in fairway hits, 3rd place in scramble percentage, 6th place in Circle 1X putting. You know she's dropping those Circle 2 putts as well. She's just one of the most consistent players we see out here.
First place in joy. Tied with Scoggins.
Yeah.
On first in Circle 1X putting, 1st in Circle 2 putting, and 4th in birdie rate. Coming off, I believe, a win at the Carolina Clash last weekend.
Yeah, Katrina Allen. We're going through some form changes right now. Not as strong of a season as she would like, but this is going to play out in the long run. She's 10th place or 11th place in all of her stats. Excited to see her attack this course. She won last year in 2022.
And good memory, she was the one with the 10 down, her second round.
Okay. Hole 1, 283 feet. It's a double Mando, the first of a few that we see. It's a pretty straightforward hole, just nice and downhill at 280. Plays a little shorter than that. There is out of bounds, but it's way far away left and right. You really have to shank.
Two-time women's world champion and defending Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf champion, Katrina Allen.
This is a 4-round event. Katrina won last year with 16 down across those 4 rounds, beating Kristin Tattar by 3 strokes. I like kind of a... Ooh, that looks like a miss mandatory. I like kind of a slow speed hyzer flip-up play.
Representing California, two-time and current Women's Masters United States champion and two-time and current Women's Masters World champion.
Wow.
Since all the Star Weekend, February, I have been toured for whole years. And it has been crazy, amazing. And I don't know, man, I love it. I'm loving it. For me, it's a win-win situation, you know, play disc golf and then see some beautiful stuff. How my body is feeling after the whole year, it's feeling great. My legs, my arm, my body was great because it's just only my arm because I overuse it, but anything else, like my leg was like great. I have a lot of energy, maybe too much. That's why I played too much round of disc golf and practice like crazy. Like this weekend, I practiced without take ibuprofen. Very frustrating because when you have 100% arm fresh, you can throw far, you can crushing it, and there's more accuracy. So none of that, I cannot doing it right now. It's so frustrating me. And when I practice with my husband, like I'm kind of like, ugh, you know, release my side, just like, oh my God, come on, you know. But it is what it is. I cannot do anything much. It just try to go through, and I'm missing my own arm, you know. Whatever people tell me is good. I try all, believe me. Whatever they said, oh, put this, put that on, I do it million way. Well, none of them was like exactly help, you know. I figured it out. Only one thing to getting better is to just not play for a month or 2 months. These 2 big tournaments is very important for me. And so far, I just try to hang in there. I'm not scared of anything. I'm too old to scare of anything. I'm just born different. I'm very exciting. I'm looking for it. I might don't have a big arm, but my mentor is whatever the lady out there, I'm just the same mentor as them. I know I can do a lot of good stuff out there. And next week also, you know, Pro Tour, I feel like that course, I can play good out there too. So that's why I'm not scared of anything. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to play.
I hope when I'm Owen's age, I'm not scared of anything either. It must just be a time thing. She did say she was born different, though. Owen is going Halo Leopard 3 here. Just needs to get over the log, and it does. Oh. Deep circle 2.
Representing Estonia, winner of the 2023 PDGA Champions Cup, the 2023 European Open champion, two-time and current women's world champion, and the 2023 United States women's champion, Kristin Tattar.
My intro was about that long as well.
Oh, yeah. I think they could just keep going, too. They probably shortened it a little bit.
Kristin going forehand with a burst verdict here.
And this is a super safe play. This hole is so difficult to access with any forehand.
Representing New York, the 2021 Pro Peak Women's Disc Golf Champion, Missy Gannon.
What's your play here, Mad?
I like a backhand mid-range or putter, just kind of depending on the day. You can throw something overstable, or you can just throw something really soft that's more of just a stable or slightly understable flight and let it float down the hill. But this played as one of the easiest holes of the day, 43% of the field birdieing it. And this always plays as not one of the harder holes, but it's never one of the easiest. So it's pretty cool to see everyone kind of figuring this shot out. Almost half the field birdieing is unbelievable.
Nice. Missy with a Z sole there, so kind of that neutral, maybe understable mid-range.
Katrina from the drop zone. It is short of the Mando, but just another straight shot. It's so funny how it feels just so much easier, even, what is it, only 30 feet up from the tee pad? Maybe
it is a nervy first shot. Also, just the way that the mandatories are, the hazard, the OB, all of it, the strokes can really stack up quickly, even if you're just a little off out here.
Another thing is, unless you've been getting out to the course at 8 a.m., today was especially chilly and windy, and look at this wind already, and dewy. So the grass is wet. It's a little bit more humid than normal. And
exceedingly dewy.
Yeah, exceedingly dewy. And yeah, it was just chilly, weirdly chilly. We've been having a lot of really hot and very still days. So it was what a wake-up call.
I mean, it was lovely for a walkabout, but a little tough for disc golf.
Oh, look at the wind.
Yeah, it's happening.
Owen and Kristin giving it a good bid for their birdie looks.
Yeah, Missy's wasn't great.
Oh, no.
Oh, dang. Ouch.
Yeah, the hole one jitters.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes they strike, and sometimes they strike hard.
There are so many birdies out here. It's just the mental recovery from that many missed putts can be really tough right off the bat. Even par is a decent score out here. I think everyone's thinking they can get under par, though, with a solid round.
Yep.
Even a couple over, you're definitely not out of it by any means.
Something that I've noticed here, too, is because we're playing exceedingly harder courses on tour all year with lots of very difficult greens, the death putts on this course don't feel as bad as they have in years past. Like, I'm not as worried about them. So it's cool, like, you can feel aggressive on the green and actually commit to that.
I like that. That's a good point. Hole 2 is a par 4 for us. It's a par 3 for the MPO. I really like this. It's 542 feet. First shot's kind of a backhand turnover to the kind of end of the first gap. There's a mandatory on the left, OB parking lot on the left, and then an OB string line that's, what would you say, like 6 feet off the fence on the right, something like that, that you can find if you're not careful on that approach shot. Definitely everyone in the field can birdie this one distance-wise. It's just kind of a couple solid placement shots.
Yeah, this tee shot, it's best if you land a little bit more left, I would think,
totally.
but not too far left. But the further right you are, kind of where Owen is, it definitely forces you to throw a weird, risky straight shot if you want to attack the green.
Low ceiling, too.
Yeah.
The left side, you don't have the the tree with the low ceiling.
And you're able to throw more of a hyzer.
Totally. Kristin going backhand, which I would say you see more of over the forehand.
Definitely.
That's beautiful with her orbit grace.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see Owen probably continuing to lean on the sidearm for distance shots.
Yeah, that's
today.
been the trend the past, 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Missy with a thrasher. That's
Ooh.
looking super clean.
So pretty.
Ooh. That's a great shot. That's going to be a little on the left side for Katrina. It is turning nicely.
Oh, yeah, that worked out
That's
great.
great. Good trust. Nice and flippy. So on the left side of this tree, which is the better side, I think.
What, probably around 300 feet?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less?
Yeah, I was going to say 300 tops for sure. Definitely can get there for a putt. And she does. Circle 2, circle's edge.
Yeah, I like the sidearm here, but it's just a little bit out of reach for a lot of FPO players to throw the sidearm uphill that far.
Totally. Also, the right side OB comes into play faster, I think, than the left side. Did Missy just tag the basket on that
yeah.
skip? All right. Boop. Katrina up here so far that she's got a little bit slower speed disc in her hand, it looks like, and can throw the nice simple hyzer around the tree.
So good. Riding that OB line the whole way, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to park it. You see a lot of women come up kind of short left with like maybe a circle 2 putt.
Kristin just throws right at the tree and sneaks by, and that is ideal.
Own up first for her birdie putt. Jam.
Oh, everyone on the dance floor looking for a birdie here on hole 2.
Did this one play as one of the easier ones today?
Yep, 12% of the field is the 5th most difficult hole of the day.
Huh.
Yeah, there's only 12% getting birdies. And it looks like everyone on our lead card is going to walk away with a birdie. A nice star frame. Hole 2. It's $25 to edge. Katrina with a nice little bounce back after some hiccups on hole 1. Everyone else on the card at 1 under par through 2 holes. Hole 3. One of our changes from last year, and a good change. We used to have the basket over here on the right. They've added these bubbles of OB. You can throw anywhere in here just depending on how much you want to attack. Your second shot needs to land somewhere in this area. Most players landing in the bottom of that little gully. You want to be more left though, because this third shot to the green, you have to go around the mando tree. If you're pinched too far short, it can be very difficult to access around the big fir trees. And it's low ceiling, so you can't use the height to help carry that way. So being left is a huge advantage in getting the birdie here.
Own with a destroyer. They're really good out here at Winthrop at putting these circles right in the landing zone of what I would say kind of the middle of the like your standard professional arm.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Like 320 downhill.
Like there's plenty of women that can throw past it. And then it's a pretty easy birdie, but there's a lot that are going to land right at that distance, either left or right of that OB circle.
Kristin's shot looks great. It is going to be playing with the OB left. The distance throwers are going to find that left side if they try to attack too hard. There's not a big zone in between of safe area.
Yeah, I think the elite distance players just need to throw more like to the right, like what Missy's doing, and get past that circle of OB. What would you say the far end of it is?
Oh,
like
that's
distance-wise.
320, right? 320?
The far, I don't think so. I think that's more like the short end.
To the
far end.
Okay,
to
gotcha.
clear it.
Yeah, like 340, 350, maybe a little more than that.
Katrina headed for that same
Oh,
OB zone in the middle. I don't know if that would have cleared it either way.
I don't know. One of USDGC's famous fake trees.
I mean, it's definitely an improvement. This used to be a sinkhole, remember? Missy trying to throw an anhyzer to the gap. That's going to be very pinched on the right side.
That was a very aggressive play. The safe play would be to just kind of hyzer something out to the left-hand side or push straight. She was trying to get way into the gap. You can see Owen putting something a little bit further out to the left and letting it come back. She might be a little pinched as well. We'll see what she has to work with.
It'll probably be something like a skip shot to try to get to the green from there. Definitely want to be about, what, 40 feet more to the left side?
Yep. Yeah, that tree that kind of marks the beginning of the gap is where you want to be near.
Katrina going to be a little bit short of there. Might be able to attack and save a par. Kristin also throwing 3 with the OB shot. Getting aggressive here.
Keeping it really low.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional, but...
It looked like it.
Yeah. She
kind of
almost
fast
looked like she had the power to go all the way through.
I like how low she kept it.
Katrina working the sidearm over to the safe side. She's a little more left, but it's wide open once you get across that ditch.
Bogey at best for Katrina, though. Missy not trying to get crazy now, just playing for par. Should be pretty simple from there.
Yeah.
Ooh, forehand roller?
So pinched. I don't ever see Owen throw rollers. Does she?
I don't think so. Just the way she was lining up kind of looked like it.
That was great.
That was great.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's a really difficult shot. She had to really hug that tree.
And she gives herself a chance.
It's a pretty downhill putt if you land anywhere on the short side of the green. This is one of the greens where it can quickly get away from you. Kristin coming in nice and slow. Magnet in effect. Bullseye.
It's amazing how that fir tree on the right corner just catches some of these forehands. You really have to push a little bit deeper than you think. And Missy does it, but she's not thrilled about it. She's a putt, though.
Oh, I love the tantrum spin.
Tantrum spin.
This played as the third most difficult hole of the day. Only 4 birdies out of our 40 competitors.
We'll see that go up, I think. I think the hardest part... Oh, wow, Owen. What a par save. Let's see it again. I think one of the hardest parts about playing out here is that if you make a mistake and go OB early, it's so tempting to try to save par. It's really hard to just concede strokes, and then they can compound really quickly.
Okay. Just a disclaimer, all the stats I have shared so far were for the MPO field. So,
oh, cool.
Yep.
We'll check that out later. It'll be exciting. Missy,
Wow.
also saving par. Back-to-back slow-mez.
She's well into circle 2 here. And this is a super death putt. It's so far downhill. She goes past. She can easily have a circle 2 putt from the trees. So what a great putt. 30% of the field getting this birdie.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
I was going to say, this one really stung some people.
Yeah, this is a kind of a little bit of a softer par 5. You can even save par from going out of bounds early. So, yep, one of the easier holes of the day.
Okay, cool. I was like, man, we really messed this one up.
United hard on hole 3.
Owen, Kristin, and Missy 1 down. Henna 3 down. Alexis, Maria,
3
Dan.
through.
Hole 4, also a change from last year. It's a par 3, 249 feet. Really narrow tunnel shot with a mandatory on the left. If you can pipe this one, you're feeling pretty happy. I like the flip up with a fairway driver that pushes straight. You see some people kind of go left or right of the second part of the tunnel. There's like some gaps. This is a really common play where you throw down the right side and just try to get some ground play. Probably the most common error is hitting that tree on the right side of like the first part of the tunnel. The like really thick one. We'll see here in a second.
Yeah, it can kick you into some pretty nasty places. Early right is the place you want to avoid. Late right can be a little tricky as well.
That's the tree that Kristin just hit. That is the one that a lot of people hit.
And it can be difficult to get up and down from there.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of the forehand, especially a flex.
Missy kind of bailing out to the left. I like this play.
Me too.
You're not going to get a birdie, but you are going to have
You can look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was that just a driver? Oh, I don't think she meant to do that.
Yeah, I accidentally did that today as well. And yeah, so that was a mantis. She definitely did not mean to do that, but that is probably the best mistake you can make. That's why I like trying to do the flip up, and then if you don't throw it hard enough, you end up over there with a circle 2 putt. Yeah,
Katrina trying it as well and getting through all those left side trees. She'll have a circle 2 look.
Kristin way over here to the right, going kind of a spiky hyzer, gets caught up on the last bush, but that's only, what, 15 feet away, maybe 20 tops.
And that was a good way to error. Erroring deep is better. Short, there are a lot of branches that can make it tough to putt. Own having to take a knee to get under all of those, and she is on the green.
Katrina just lays up for par there. Missy definitely looking to get another birdie.
A strong bid. There were only 6 birdies on the day, with only a quarter of the field getting to circle 1 in regulation. Kristin forced to just lay up.
That was so awkward. Bummer. Man, laying up when you're that close is just the worst feeling. I mean, she probably doesn't care, but I think it's the worst feeling. She's a bit more composed than I.
Like I said, only 6 birdies out of 40 competitors here. So a par feels great. You're happy to just get off this one without a bogey stroke. It's not one you're ever banking on, but it is right there in reach of everyone in the field.
Yeah, definitely in that bonus realm.
Henna, Bloomroos, and Maria Oliva 3 down through 4. Lightning hot starts. That makes the rest of the round feel a little better. Hole 5, 794. This is one that can so easily stack up into a lot of strokes on the scorecard. I like a forehand for the first shot. A backhand turnover works as well, but the angle's kind of funny because you're having to throw towards the out of bounds water on the left side. Your second shot, most FPO players are laying up to right around those bushes in landing zone 2. You can see your third shot going across the water. You can bail out into landing zone 3, or you can attack the green. It's around 300 to 380 feet, depending on where your second shot lands. You can also go around the whole second grouping of trees as well if you like, but it does lengthen the hole significantly.
I love the forehand off the tee. I think it's the safest shot. And that was a smash.
That was a smash.
Anything past that kind of shallow ditch on the forehand is a really solid shot.
We always have a right to left wind on this hole. It's just never fails. And it's the most difficult wind for this shot as well.
Especially the backhand.
Missy finding the tree that everyone finds.
Love that tree. I like to be right next to it. Like, who am I without that tree?
It would not be hole 5 without that tree.
Katrina looked like a little bit of a slip maybe. Solid shot. She gets over that little ditch.
Yeah, that's great. Grabs on.
Kristin choosing forehand as well. Orbit ride. That's great.
Yeah, that looks...
Oh, good pass it.
Okay.
Okay, so that just shows how far Own shot was. Because Kristin has such a good sidearm, and she barely got past the ditch.
Yeah, landing in that little ditch is pretty brutal. It can make footing very difficult for your second shot and really change the way you attack the hole. A lot of people will even just call it a par at that point.
Yeah, just a standstill.
Missy not trying to bite off too much. It looks like she's taking a safer route as well. We'll see what she has to work with.
I don't remember if you said this, but for the men, there is that mandatory making you go across the water. But a lot of women just play this one for par, especially since last year they moved the pin so much closer to the water. So it's really dangerous to attack for a birdie on this one.
Yeah, you can see Kristin didn't try to bite off too much. She's just trying to get close to the water. It looks like she is planning on attacking. Katrina with a beautiful hyzer shot. That shot is so difficult from anywhere else on the fairway besides if you have the pleasure of landing way left.
Wow. Own so far up here throwing her second shot. She famously threw across the water last year and got a skip off the water to land safe. Do you remember that?
Yeah, like parked it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So Kristin probably around 340, maybe a little under that from there.
And possibly going more on the right side just to get across.
Nope.
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 Of course not.
Sending.
Wow. Okay. Oh, I want to clap.
That's so good.
That is so good.
Yeah, every bit of 340.
Wow.
Missy's probably, it might have been longer than that. Missy might be close to the 330, 340 area.
So much control at that distance. That was amazing. This is more the typical play where you kind of give yourself a circle 2 look, but you know you're safe the whole time.
Yep.
Man, that was awesome.
Those trees on the right are around 280 from where Missy just threw, so she's right in that 300-foot sweet spot, circle 2 look. Katrina, eyes to the sky.
Ooh.
Wow.
Cool.
Just enough to get over everything.
That's great. You see a lot of women who go around the corner and play for par, throw more linear shots, and then leave a longer up shot that can be a little nervy with that water, 15 feet behind it, something like that?
It's a scary safe play.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, love that.
Yeah.
Really cool play from Katrina.
Missy with your classic birdie look on hole 5. A really long death putt towards the water.
Great run. Oh, it's way less than 15 feet from the water, huh?
No, I think that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I love the little celebration there.
Getting a birdie on this one feels great. It was the second most difficult hole of the day.
Just really crawled it in there.
Only 6 birdies. And Kristin naturally parked it.
Yeah.
One of only 2 players on the day to park it for birdie.
Wow, we got to see a third of the birdies. That's crazy. I'm going to slide up to a tie for second. Big tie, 5-way tie at 2 under. Henna still leading the way at 3 under. Hole 6, the beach hole. It's a par 3, 282 feet, OB water on the left, OB string line on the right that follows those rocks that you see. If you land OB anywhere, you go to a drop zone that's 55 feet, death putt at the water. If you go OB again from there, you just have to keep re-putting from that drop zone.
Yep, you don't get to take it from where you crossed. This is one of the weird rules at this event. A few holes where you just rethrow.
Come on, crawl in. I think it's in. No, that's so close. And I really like that play that Owen did just towards that tree. And usually you get a nice flare skip if you land in the short grass that goes right up to the beach. You can't, it was just a little bit too straight. Need a little bit more hyzer.
Kristin kind of coming in on the early side, but it looks like it. Yep,
That's perfect.
that's exactly what you need. You can see how close that basket is to the water. If you just come in even 10 feet short, you can find it so easily.
Kristin with a grand glory there. That's a really good demonstration of the kind of linear line with a slower speed disc versus Owen was the high speed play trying to get the bigger flare skip.
Again, bullseye hit.
Gorgeous. Missy going ESP Zeus, trying to go the wider, skippier play. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Sweet.
Danced on the line, made it back in.
Man, you ever practice putted coming the other way like that? I've never been over there.
No. It's funny when your disc lands on the side of the little beach area as well, because it's pretty sloped and you try to stand in the sand and it's like you're slowly slipping down the whole time. Katrina with that very common mistake of just coming in the tiniest bit too early.
Wow, you know if Owen's not running it, it's probably not worth it. Oh, what a strong bid. Wow, I love that.
Me too. Missed high on the band too.
That's
Sent.
awesome.
Missy, another birdie.
Moves to 2 down. What a great putt.
45% of the field getting hole 6, one of the 3 easiest holes of the day.
Yeah, this one definitely feels like a must get. But it's also the 2 or a 4.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
No one's really playing this for par.
It was weird because it's 45% birdies, 28% par, 28% bogey.
Huh.
How weird. There must have been a handful of people that made that drop zone putt.
Sure. Or and maybe played the wide flare skip play
Yep.
and landed in circle 2 or something.
Mm-hmm. Hole 7, the famous bamboo triple Mando hole, 284 feet, very slightly downhill. They did add an elevated tee pad this year. We're kind of up on a little stage with some nice VIP area surrounding. It's very fancy. This little triple Mando is, I would say, about 30 off of the tee, maybe a little bit more than that. You're right around circle's edge. At that gap. You see some players lay up at the mouth. If you miss either side, there is a drop zone. You can pick which one you want, left or right.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. It's that burst verdict again.
What's that? How far away are the drop zones? Like, probably 50?
Pretty close to the edge of circle 2, I think. It
Yep.
could be closer to 60.
Okay. Yeah, it's either a hyzer or a turnover that's
So
tucked
difficult.
off to the side.
They're both so hard to make. It's the little green tassel you see there.
Yep. Nice.
Or wait, no. That's the circle 2 tassel.
That's the safe play, keeping it nice and low like that. Owen opting for the backhand here. I'm a little surprised.
Oh, why? Owen never does what you think.
I know.
That's what makes it fun to watch. She almost had the line perfectly. She catches the bamboo, but should be an easy par. Maybe she'll even get a bit of a look.
Katrina trying to hyzer her way through the gap.
I like this because it
Me too.
often, gives you a circle 2 look, even if you're short. Feels very safe. Missy, it looks like just outside circle 2.
Gives it a really good bid. Oh, the drop zones are outside
They
circle
are
2.
outside circle 2,
Wow.
just a bit. Own really wide straddle, able to give it a run here. Solid bid. I would love a stat on who chooses to go to which drop zone. What a great putt from Katrina.
Yep, right outside the circle.
Nice birdie.
Yeah, because neither drop zone is easy. It's just if you like the hyzer putt or the Anheuser putt.
Mm-hmm. Kristin for 3 in a row there. The old turkey. I don't like to do it anymore because you told me my turkey was too human.
And that's a diss you will only hear on this show.
Kristin overtaking Missy. Missy, an impressive bogey-free round so far, though. It's hard to do out here.
It really is.
Is that Kaidi? I don't know how to pronounce her name very well, but she's 4 down. Hole 8 is a par 5, only 697 feet. You see a turnover or a hyzer shot just past that line of trees. Second shot is often a forehand. There's OB left. There's a mandatory right. Third shot is often a skip shot forehand to climb up the hill and give yourself a putt. Distance-wise, not that hard, but pretty technical all the way around. Just, you need really precise placement on this. Do you go down the middle, or this is the hyzer gap?
I like the hyzer gap.
Me too. Feels safer.
The only thing is it can bring that tree into play that we see Kristin working her way around. If you land there, there could be some difficult footing. It also, you're throwing towards an out of bounds line that goes down the right-hand side. So if you push too straight, you can find that pretty quickly.
It's actually hazard over there.
Oh, yeah.
Until the fence.
Yeah, there's a lot of hazard here at this Winthrop course, more than we see at really any other course we play during the year.
It's like everyone's lining up the hyzer. Own going forehand left side. Love it. Nice, and she's off the tree enough to be able to attack. Backhand.
Yeah, on the second shot, there's a fence on the left side that kind of acts as a bumper. You don't have to worry about throwing over it as long as you come in low. Own comes in super low, though, not necessarily the height that she needs. She still can get a birdie from there, though.
Definitely. Yeah, there's that bubble of OB on the left, kind of even with that big yellow mandatory, that baseball, what are they, the foul, whatever that is, whatever baseball is. You want to get, yeah, you want to get even with that, basically, to pass the old baseball OB
stuff.
Yeah, the old baseball thing.
Ooh, look at this roller.
Love it.
Cool.
Gets caught up right at the end, but great distance.
I would love to have the confidence in a roller to throw alongside OB the way she just did. That was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kristin going just straight over the OB, hoping for it to finish or turn a little bit more left, but the ground play does what she wants it to do in the end. It's great over there, even though you are pinched on the fence. It's pretty straightforward little sidearm chip to the green.
You get the meter off the fence too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, taken to the sky, trying to push the ceiling, and she actually goes a little deep after a kind of nasty roll away.
I think that bush is going to be right in her way. Missy going hyzer skip shot, even though there's a little teeny gap straight at it. I think that's the better play, and she does pretty well. Kristin to go 4 in a row here. The old harp.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Katrina having to take a funky stance. Downhill patent pending.
Comes out of her hand a little bit early. She's going to be in circle 2.
That was such a bizarre lie. There was truly nothing there to work with.
Yeah, really awkward. It's like easy par, but frustrating for sure that roller wasn't rewarded. Missy for a birdie. Weird reaction. It was a little high right.
A quarter of the field getting this birdie, with almost half the field getting to circle 1. Kristin gonna go 4 in a row. What's our regional bird here? There hasn't been a ton of bird action on the course. Oh, should it be just a Canada goose? They're
I think we
everywhere.
have to do it one time.
Yeah, let's celebrate. This
There's
week.
that egret out there, that white one.
Oh yeah,
too.
Yep. But today, it's a Canada goose. Congrats, Kristin. 4 in a row. Henna Bloomroos in that tie for first, and Kaidi Al-Salou.
Okay, through the Christmas trees, and hole 9 is a par 4. Oh wow, this is your turn. Go ahead.
It's 362 feet, slightly uphill though, so it does play a little bit farther. To cross the out of bounds, it's about 340, but again, plays farther. We also always have a very weird head/right to left crosswind, so it makes the flex shot that you need to get there very difficult to throw. We know Kristin can cover that distance, and she's still eyeing up that right side kind of layup play that we see a lot of players do. She's going huge here. You don't necessarily have to, but look how easy this approach is. A lot of players can just chip up to the right along the OB and then throw across. It just kind of depends on what you feel comfortable doing.
This has to be the easiest hole in the course.
Let's see.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not, because people who go for the eagle might not make it. But
it's the easiest hole.
I was going to say, it's the easiest birdie by far. It's only 362 feet. It's kind of a funny one. Katrina makes it all the way across, has the eagle look. How far is it, you think, to carry across?
I think it's about 335 as far as if you like compare it to the T sign, but it plays way farther than
just
that.
Because the way the trees force the shape.
Yeah, and it's slightly uphill.
Missy taking the hyzer gap as well, lays it up really nicely. They did change our drop zone on this one. We used to go from the FPO drop zone, which is kind of a long obstructed putt. Now it's back at the corner. Still a relatively simple par save, but not, like a birdie chance for going out of bounds.
Or an eagle chance. Oh, yeah, birdie chance. Yeah. 70% of the field getting a birdie or better here. This is one of the eagle looks we do have if you do have that big distance.
Owen with her layup destroyer stays in bounds.
Yeah, look how close that out of bounds is deep. It comes into play so fast. It's only about 20 feet from the pin.
Kristin with a pretty little sidearm absolutely parks it for 5 in a row.
Missy throwing the sidearm approach as well.
Love it. Puts a little bit of turn on it, but she's 20 feet for her birdie.
Katrina with the eagle look.
Misses high.
Oh,
that's OB.
So your option here is to go from your previous lie or the drop zone. And like Erika said, our drop zone is about, I don't know, 140 feet away. So what a recovery.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, do the same putt you just missed. Wow. Great focus.
Just missed and went out of bounds.
Yeah, what a par save.
That is unbelievable.
Still a heartbreaker to go eagle to par. There's not really like a word for that. Like Birdogi.
Yeah.
Eagle R.
No, it doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
So it sounds as bad as it feels.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty rare, too.
There were 3 eagles today. Evelina Salonen, Haley King, and Jennifer Allen.
The Regal.
Love that.
Nice birdie from Owen. Missy, bogey-free 3 down. Owen's going to finish 2, and that's 5 in a row for Kristin to move to 5 down on the front 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow is right.
What a way to start. I mean, does she feel pressure at all? Looks like 5 down is going to be the hot score through 9 holes right now. To be in the top 10, you have to be at least a couple strokes under par. We kind of talked about it during our practice round that we think this year we're going to see better scores than ever. Almost like the Winthrop course feels easier than it ever has because of how difficult the courses we've been playing all year are.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
So we're going to see people shooting lights out, I think. Very excited to see the low scores, especially if the weather keeps being so lovely. We're used to tropical storms now, so we love this.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, general lack of wind. It's nice and warm. It feels a little bit like fall in the air. Thanks to everyone that hung out with us for the front 9. We got 9 more holes to go and 3 more rounds of this tournament. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.